I'm going to take a look at the data and say, okay, this kid's been Googled how many times? Dang. How many jerseys he sell? Dang. How much it cost me to get him? Well, it's free, sir. Where's his jersey sales? Oh, it's number one. Where is he getting Googled? He's top 3 in the world right now. Does he have a salary cap hit? No, he makes about $500,000, which is about 70 times less than your backup quarterback. Okay. Does he have a record? No, he does have a record.
The NFL has never witnessed something like what Jimmy Haslam just accomplished. This is history, not hype. A 5th-round pick is the foundation of a fully functional, billion-dollar enterprise. And the league should be uneasy only because of it. Let's discuss the facts before anyone accuses this of being exaggerated. Shedeur Sanders is recording half of all off-field metrics in addition to his on-field accomplishments. Sales of jerseys are the highest globally. Globally, Google searches rank in the top 3. Fan interaction is crazy. People are purchasing number 12 Browns jerseys in Dubai, Ghana, and the Philippines as if they were real money. This is the reason why the NFL is so shaken.
From his undeniable talent to his magnetic pull to the fact that Sheduer's jersey, the one with the name of the black quarterback who's defying expectations, is currently the number 1 selling jersey among all rookies, even outranking higher draft picks. So that popularity, that organic connection with fans probably stings more than any stat line, because when you're taught that you're inherently superior, another's authentic success feels like a personal affront. It's not about the game. It's about the perceived order of things being disrupted.
Jimmy Haslam recently came to the realization that, for pocket change, he had acquired the largest marketing tool in football. While some owners pumped millions into question marks and burned first-round picks. For the cost of a 5th-round contract, Haslam acquired a worldwide brand. That math is crazy. An owner will soon become richer than Jerry Jones could have ever dreamed thanks to a rookie quarterback. Additionally, the indications were constantly present. The majority choose to ignore them. This is the part that completely changes everything. It was stated out by Chase Daniel, a former NFL quarterback, current analyst, and someone no one would think to support Sheduer. Even he acknowledged that Sheduer didn't receive much assistance from the Browns.
Haslam met with reporters yesterday, and the issue came up again of the decision to use the 144th pick in the draft in round 5 on Shedeur Sanders after they had drafted Dillon Gabriel the day before in round 3. Here's Haslam on that issue.
We have good process, okay? And if you'd have told me, let's say we picked him on Saturday, right? Friday night driving home, y'all are going to pick Sheduer, I would say that's not happening. But we had a conversation early that morning, and then we had a conversation later that day. I think we had the right people involved in the conversation.
I just think that the Browns in general didn't really help him out a lot, he stated. I think he played really well for the time being, but his pinky was really bothering him. That is important. The tape is unquestionable when analysts who have no affiliation with Sheduer, Colorado, or Prime begin to talk. Chase even disassembled the movie. Drake May was hailed as a hero for the same throws, reads, and pressure moments.
I think that the Browns in general just didn't really help him out a lot. And I'm going to get to a lot of different plays, and I just think he...
What? What'd you say? What'd you say? You said the Browns weren't helping him out a lot.
Really bugging him. I just think that the Browns in general just didn't really help him out a lot. And I'm going to get to a lot of different plays, and I just think he played pretty well for the time being. And when you do that, and when you have certain things that you need to get to play.
But when Drake does it, it's referred to as toughness and leadership. Silence when Sheduer does it. The media simply ignores it. However, Jimmy Haslam continued to be active until the commotion subsided. He wasn't keeping an eye on the news. He was observing figures. Sales of jerseys, search patterns, demand for tickets, and PSL applications for the new stadium that will open in 2029. Money was shouted in every statistic. Let's discuss actual numbers. Shedeur Sanders' rookie contract pays him almost $500,000 annually, that's all. In the meantime, Deshaun Watson is guaranteed $80 million by the Browns. That is 160 times more than the current price of Sheduer. Mary Kay Cat has previously attested to ITIN 2026, Deshaun Watson won't be leaving. It's a severe cap hit. This implies that as the league continues to sleep, Lamb is sitting on a cheap superstar. You eat $80 million if you cut him. You still eat the majority of that deal when you move him. The trap is that the future is not Deshaun Watson. Jimmy Haslam has already made the call, and he serves as the bridge.
ignore what he said at the end. Pay attention to what he said before that.
Yeah.
It's one thing if the GM has the absolute call and he walks into the room and it's time to make the pick at 144 and he says...
There's no meeting and we just say, I want this guy.
2 meetings.
Right.
What do you think the meetings were about? Consider the context. What were they meeting about? What they're going to do with the round 7 pick? No. They had a couple of meetings to talk about what they're going to do. And my guess is the first meeting was before round 4 and the second meeting was after round 4.
Yeah.
What are we going to do if he's there when we pick at 144?
Take a look at the setup. There are 3 quarterbacks under contract, each with a distinct role. The pricey veterans insurance is Watson. The low-cost developmental man in charge of scout team representatives is Dillon Gabriel. Furthermore, Shedeur Sanders, the quarterback for the future franchise, is underpaid in relation to his true worth. Instead of thinking like a fan, think like a businessman. You need more than just victories if you're Jimmy Haslam and you want to be as powerful as Jerry Jones. You wish to reach a worldwide audience. You want supporters abroad, and you want shirts to be flying off shelves in nations without even football leagues. You could draft Dante Moore or Fernando Mendoza and hope they become famous. Alternatively, you can ride with a player who is already a global star, who ranks in the top 3 for Google searches worldwide, and whose shirt is already selling to every player in the league. It's not just hype, either. Legends in real life are observing. Hall of Fame.NBA players are responding to Shedeur Sanders on an emotional level. The D-Wade moment is important, therefore let's discuss it. 3-time NBA champion and Finals MVP Dwayne Wade made this statement about Shedeur on camera.
Think about it like this. A guy who has already broke some records. He just so happens to be. He just happens to be one of the most famous people in the entire world. And he just threw for 360 yards, and you saw it with your own 2 eyes. He just so happens to be sold the most jerseys of all time. And he's a 5th-round pick. And he's
I adore seeing him at those news briefings. I adore the way he manages himself. I adore the way he defends himself. I adore that he doesn't discriminate against anyone. I adore his leadership style. Stop right there. An analyst raised an absurd but valid point. Alongside LeBron James, this man won titles. He claimed to have never heard Wade discuss LeBron with such emotion. Give that some thought. Shedeur received that response, but a championship colleague did not. Why? Since this goes beyond sports. This has to do with representation.
Playing golf. They met this afternoon. I was having lunch. They've spent the time talking about it. This is what they decided to do, and I trust them to make the right decisions. That's what I want to hear an owner say. That's what any fan should want their owner to say.
That's what the good owners are doing. But as we know, and from many stories from many people, the owners do get involved. They say things, whether it's about the coaching the football team or picks.
It's about witnessing a young black quarterback remain composed under pressure, refusing to place responsibility elsewhere, and succeed when the chips are down. Do you honestly believe Jimmy Haslam doesn't recognize that value? Come on. He is aware of brand power. He is culturally aware. He is aware of the consequences of fans developing an emotional bond with a particular athlete. This isn't a theory. It is recorded. Real video with no sets or editing. People are going crazy over Shedeur Sanders jerseys all over the world. Adult guys are sentimental. Children singing tunes. Fans in nations without a football culture are purchasing Browns apparel as if it were fashionable. One man declared outright, "I got the new Cleveland." The new Cleveland, not the Browns. Similar to how Shedeur brought about a change in identity. When an older guy opened a Shedeur shirt, he became so upset that everyone assumed it was staged. However, it wasn't. This is taking place everywhere. Memphis, Dallas, Charlotte, and worldwide, the Netherlands, the Philippines, London, Brazil, Ghana, Nigeria, Dubai, Germany, and China. It was best expressed by analysts. This is some Elvis-related content. This is the energy of Michael Jackson. Influence on a Beyoncé level. Adults in their 90s and 50s who pretend to have personally met their hero. When was the last time you seen such responses for Trevor Lawrence, Baker Mayfield, or even one of the most explosive quarterbacks in history, Lamar Jackson? On camera, no one was sobbing over a Lamar jersey. There is respect, but this is not the same. Shedeur is exceptional. This is where it locks in, so let's return to Jimmy Haslam's calculator. Stadiums don't survive just on victories, and new Brown Stadium will open in 2029. PSLs, personal seat licenses, and individuals spending 6 figures only to get season tickets. Wallets are opened using star power. This is the cheat code as well. Sheduer is inexpensive. Far less expensive than his worth. Be truthful. Is a stadium with 100,000 seats sold out by Fernando Mendoza? Does anyone in our class possess Shatter's worldwide appeal, Dante Moore?
No.
Lamb is also familiar with construction.
Dallas is in the building. New Jersey's in the building. Germany is in the building. Galveston, Texas is in the building. Parma, Ohio is in the building. Minnesota, shout out to the Great Prince, Purple Rain, Greenwood, South Carolina, in the building. What? Dubai, United Arab Emirates, Jamaica, Kingston, Utah, Elliott City, Ellicott City, Maryland.
The math is absurd. The annual cost of Sheduer is $500,000. $2 million over 4 years. You get the best shirt sales, the top 3 Google searches worldwide, viral moments that generate billions of impressions, and supporters from Cleveland to Dubai for that price. Celebrities, NBA icons, artists, actors, a quarterback capable of playing 360-degree games, several 300-yard performances, and a genuine production are all included. Now contrast that with a quarterback in the first round. $30 to $40 million is assured. They're not better, I promise. They don't guarantee that they sell jerseys. They don't guarantee to change culture. It was perfectly summed up by an insider. I had inexpensive labor. I have a product that is in high demand worldwide. And I have 4 years of power over him. Why would I abandon that? That's the entire play. It's just business logic, not hype or emotion. Regarding Deshaun Watson, it is true that money is important. Mary Kay Cat has already stated that he will remain in 2026. Although the cap hit is excessively heavy, it is beneficial. Watson takes over as the veteran's insurance provider. Watson is available if Sheduer needs to take a break or ease into an away game. The Packers followed the same blueprint. The Chiefs used the same one while the veterinarian holds it down, let the future cook. There's also no drama or animosity. Sheduer and Watson have mutual regard. He was receiving coaching from Deshaun on the sidelines. Why is that effective? A common experience. 2 young black quarterbacks were subjected to unjust criticism and defamation by the media. That fosters trust. Take a look at the setup. Shedeur Sanders as a billion-dollar asset on a bargain, Dillon Gabriel as depth, and an experienced mentor worth $80 million. That's not checkers, that's chess. Indeed, hatred exists. The media made an effort to discredit him. Not prepared for the NFL. After watching the video, Chase Daniel claimed that even if Pinky's injuries prevented him from drafting someone else, he still performed well. Despite being sabotaged, the translation was nonetheless provided. The story changed when that reality was revealed. Will they commit even though he can't play? Artificial doubt. Jimmy Haslam is not deceived. He witnesses the global fan base, the viral moments, and the shirt sales. When discussing Sheduer, Dwayne Wade became upset. He observes that Deion Sanders is at ease on the Browns sidelines. If Sheduer's future was uncertain, Prime wouldn't act in that manner. Examine the indicators. This is deliberate. This is no longer just football. It's a culture of representation. A young black quarterback who won't give up. Sheduer demonstrates leadership when he stands at the platform and refuses to disparage coaches. He demonstrates maturity when he owns up to faults that weren't his. The world can observe his work ethic when veterans respect him. From Memphis to Miami, London to Lagos, Dallas to Dubai, people identify with Shedeur Sanders, the 5th-round selection, the youngster who was doubted, the one who persevered and succeeded. The American dream is that. Jimmy Haslam is well aware of the value of that. Thus, the decision is straightforward. Invest $500,000 in a proven project or spend $40 million and hope. Insiders claim that the 2026 starter has already been selected because of this. The indicators are obvious. Let's fast forward to 2029. Global brand stuff was sold out at the new stadium. Sponsorship stat. Jimmy Haslam is the owner who used a 5th-round pick to build a billion-dollar enterprise. History is rewritten by the skeptics. The same narrative each time. Numbers are truthful. Jerseys are truthful. Global reactions are truthful. The real deal is Shedeur Sanders. Please leave a remark if you believe I'm mistaken. This narrative is just getting started, so please like, share, and subscribe if you see it. I'll see you at the next.